Hello everyone and welcome back to a new episode of the Mr. Fox Report. This episode is about Starr DSP, an indie 2D shoot 'em up. The development of the game has encountered some major bumps, publicly discussed all over the internet. Originally released in 2016 on Steam in early access, the title is supposed to be a prequel to Starr that is still in development after a successful Kickstarter campaign launch 5 years ago now. I'm not going to talk about the controversy, lawsuit and copyright strikes that have plagued its life cycle so far. The game is now back on Steam with a new publisher, still unfinished but with a new engine apparently. So how this comeback holds up to the previous build? Well, apart from a slight graphic rehaul, nothing really changed, and that's perhaps for the best as the previous version was solid with enough visual identity. I'm just not entirely sure about the first stage revamp and some of the new ship's design though. The music post-Mare is still present and to be honest it suits the game very well, so kudos to the current composer.
What's that? One shot, one kill. Whoa, that was close. Wicked! Admiral, I think we're clear. But for how long?
If you're not familiar with the game, DSP is a 2D shooter with roguelike element, in the sense that after a first play and death, you can recruit pilots for your next loop. Pilots are available in 3 categories. It's like opening a pack of cards. You have the dog, hyena and wolf pack, all of exponential quality. The first one is free to open, but you have to pay to recruit a pilot within the pack. Where the hyena and wolf one, you need to pay to open and then pay for your pilot. Your score will be the only way to purchase them. You improve your score by shooting down the Gale ships and collecting carbonite throughout the game. The same resource is also used to fill the weapon meter. There are 3 levels to fill up. While the first 2 remain full when filled up, unless you're using the secondary shot, the last one is only temporary and decreases when using the main weapon at full power or the secondary weapon. It's a restrictive but clever system that prevents the player from overusing full power all the time. And that's the thing with DSP. It has interesting gameplay mechanics, like for example the shield. Depending on the quality of your pilot, the shield gauge will be more or less filled with an arrow going left and right constantly. Now, if you happen to be hit when the arrow is within the fill gauge, you just take the hit and part of the gauge disappears at the arrow's hit point. However, if you're taking a hit in an empty gauge space, you're losing the ship for good. It's all a bit of luck really, unless you are timing precisely the next impact with the arrow position, but that would be just insane. I almost forgot to mention the collect of carbonite as an in-game upgrade mechanism. Enemy ships drop them when destroyed, but in small quantity most of the time. Killing multiple ships drop more carbonite, but they are not worth much. You can make them more valuable by combining them together, by sort of weird pulling around them. When close enough they attract each other and combine. Sadly, I haven't been able to complete Act 1 as the game keeps crashing on me randomly. It's very frustrating. The previous build lets you complete the first act, but Act 2, while available, was basically a clusterfuck of bugs and crashes. It was all nonsensical really. I really hope they did something about it. But more importantly, I really hope they're going to fix the crashes in the first act. I like Starr DSP. I've been a believer of the project since day one, but I can't recommend it, not just yet. It's unfinished, but also unpolished at the time of recording. The game has been in the early access limbo for a while now, and even with a new publisher on board, the trust in the project has been broken for me. I just hope they can prove me wrong, because there's obviously talent here, and a damn fine game waiting underneath the surface. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please leave a like, and if you love it, you can subscribe. I'll catch up with you later.